One afternoon in April of 2005, I was interested about the health of Blessed John Paul II. I remembered my wife Ann mentioning she listened to a Catholic radio station on the AM band. I started searching and found Relevant Radio. Drew had just started to report on his death. This was my first experience with Relevant Radio. As 2005 continued, I realized that I knew about Jesus, but I did not know Jesus. In October, I started my quest for a relationship with Him. This is when I started to tune into Relevant Radio regularly. Relevant Radio provided me with ways to supplement my prayer life, as well as ways to learn about my faith, all of which allowed me to accept Jesus into my life. A few years later, I heard a call to serve our church as a deacon. Without Relevant Radio in my life, I may not have been able to discern that calling. On May 18th of 2013, Bishop Ricken ordained me a deacon in our church. I have been a devout listener and supporter of Relevant Radio for over 9 wonderful years. As Drew often says, you cannot outgive God. When I donate to Relevant Radio, I in turn receive very special gifts. It is the gifts of joy and hope. Thank you, Relevant Radio, for the ability to deepen my faith and to hear the call to serve our church as deacon.
If I could just give one compliment to Relevant Radio to let you know, is I'm a mother of 6. So I have a 16-year-old all the way down to 2. But when we were at 3, we were kind of stuck there for several years, partly because of fear of expanding. And my husband heard a comment by John Paul II on Relevant Radio one day, which made all the difference. And it was talking about abundance and how God gives us such abundance in nature. An oak tree can have thousands of acorns, and a dandelion has hundreds of seeds, but the only thing in nature that we see as not good is our own fertility. And that planted a seed in my husband's brain. It was like his epiphany, just to not be afraid of expanding. And so we have numbers 4, 5, and 6 to thank for that comment that he heard one day on Relevant Radio. Well, that's why I love to give to Relevant Radio, because I have 3 beautiful children to thank for it.
I have 12 years of education through Catholic schools, yet I hadn't finished my education path, and Relevant has helped me to do that. I kind of look at it as going to grad school for my theology. I'm able to sit and at different times learn things I've never known about my faith. I get a chance to have questions that I want to understand fully answered. And I am completely convinced that the Holy Spirit works, at least talks to me through Relevant Radio. What do I get out of Relevant Radio? Well, I get a chance to listen to the message the Holy Spirit has for me. I get a chance to get a graduate program in my faith and my understanding. I get a conversational path with my wife that we get a chance to talk and grow in our faith, but also and help us to work through the issues that every mother and father has and every person on this earth as they try to make their way through life. I don't think I could have done it without Relevant Radio, and I don't think that I ever want to try. It's a great opportunity for everybody to grow in their faith and grow in their love of the Lord.
Hi, my name is Connie, and I just wanted to say thank you for saving my life. That's right, you saved my life. You and Relevant Radio gave me hope. I'm not proud of how I lived my life. I was in so much pain and felt so hopeless. I thought it was better to simply end my horrible existence. I planned to take pills, lay on my bed, and listen to music as I ended my life. As I searched for music, I found Relevant Radio. It was as if you were talking to me, encouraging me, praying for me. I found a glimmer of hope. I put the cap back on the pill bottle. I still struggle, but listening to Relevant Radio keeps me strong and daily gives me hope.